Hello, my dear friends, and welcome. It's always a pleasure to spend this time with you. Have you ever noticed how some people, regardless of the number on their birth certificate, just seem to radiate a youthful energy, a certain vitality that makes them appear ageless? And then perhaps you've seen others who, despite their best efforts with clothing or skincare, somehow convey an impression of being older than they might actually be. Often, the subtle difference lies not in wrinkles or grey hair, but in something far more immediate and often unconscious: their body language. Yes, our body language, the way we stand, sit, walk and gesture, is a powerful silent communicator. It can speak volumes about our confidence, our energy levels, and even sometimes unintentionally, our age. As we journey past the milestone of 70, while we embrace the wisdom and experience that comes with these years, we also want to ensure that our physical presence reflects the vibrant spirit we still feel inside. However, certain ingrained habits in our posture and movement can sometimes creep in, subtly adding years to our appearance and perhaps not doing justice to our inner youthfulness. Today, we're going to gently explore 8 common body language mistakes that can make us look older after 70. And more importantly, we're going to discuss simple, actionable ways to fix them, starting today. This isn't about trying to be someone we're not, or denying our age. It's about aligning our outer presentation with our inner vitality, about carrying ourselves with grace, confidence, and an energy that truly defies the calendar. So, let's discover how we can use our body language to project the youngest, most confident version of ourselves. Our first, and perhaps one of the most common, body language mistakes that can inadvertently make us appear older is slouching or stooping. Think about it. A slumped posture, with rounded shoulders and a head that juts forward, can instantly create an impression of frailty and advanced age. It's as if the body is literally collapsing under the weight of years. This kind of posture not only makes us look shorter and less imposing, but it also conveys a sense of low energy, weariness, or even a lack of interest in what's happening around us. Beyond the visual impact, habitual slouching can have negative physical consequences. It can contribute to back pain, neck stiffness, and even affect our breathing, as our lungs don't have the full space to expand. Mentally, a slumped posture can subtly influence our mood, making us feel less confident and more subdued. Imagine Mrs. Eleanor, who, despite her sharp mind and lively personality, had developed a habit of hunching her shoulders. Friends noticed she looked tired, even when she felt fine. Her posture was unintentionally communicating a message of fatigue that didn't match her inner spirit. Correcting this isn't just about vanity. It's about reclaiming a posture that reflects strength, engagement, and vitality. Standing tall, with shoulders gently back and head held high, not only makes you look younger and more confident, but it also opens up your chest, improves breathing, and can even lift your mood. The second body language habit that can add years and create a barrier is crossing your arms over your chest. While we might do this unconsciously when we're cold, thinking, or perhaps feeling a bit defensive, habitually standing or sitting with your arms tightly crossed can send a very clear, albeit often unintended, signal. It's a closed-off posture. It can make you appear unapproachable, resistant, or even a bit stern and set in your ways, characteristics that are sometimes unfairly associated with older age. This posture can create a psychological distance between you and others, making interactions feel less warm and open. It can inadvertently project an image of being disengaged or disinterested, even if that's far from how you actually feel. Think of it. An open posture with arms relaxed at your sides or gesturing naturally invites connection and conveys warmth and confidence. But crossed arms, they can, unfortunately, make you look more guarded, perhaps a bit rigid, and dare I say, a little old-fashioned in your demeanor, contributing to that feeling of muki chen chen, a heavy, somber, elderly atmosphere. Becoming aware of this habit and consciously choosing a more open and relaxed posture can make a significant difference in how approachable and energetic you appear to others. This includes actions like rubbing your nose, touching your chin, playing with your hair, if it's near your face, or covering your mouth when you speak or listen. These are often subconscious, self-soothing gestures that we resort to when we're feeling a bit anxious, uncertain, or uncomfortable. While everyone does this from time to time, if it becomes a frequent, noticeable habit, it can undermine your perceived confidence and composure. It can make you appear fidgety, unsure of yourself, or even a bit frail, as if you're seeking reassurance. These little tells can detract from a strong, confident presence. A person who looks self-assured and calm often has more still and deliberate hand movements. Imagine someone giving a presentation. If they are constantly touching their face, it can make their message seem less impactful and them seem less in control. For seniors, projecting an image of calm confidence is key to appearing vital and engaged. Becoming aware of these fidgety face-touching habits and consciously trying to keep your hands more relaxed and still, perhaps resting them gently in your lap or using them for purposeful gestures, can make you look more composed, confident, and therefore more youthful in your demeanor. Our fourth body language mistake that can significantly age us is having wandering or shifty eyes. The eyes are often called the windows to the soul, and they play a huge role in how we connect with others and how our energy levels are perceived. If your eyes are constantly darting around, avoiding direct eye contact or seem to unfocus frequently when you're in a conversation or listening to someone, it can create an impression of disinterest, distraction, or even fatigue and mental fogginess, all of which can make you appear older and less vital. Steady, engaged eye contact, without staring of course, conveys confidence, attentiveness, and mental sharpness. It shows that you are present in the moment and genuinely interested in the interaction. Wandering eyes, on the other hand, can make you seem as if your mind is elsewhere, that you lack focus, or that you're not fully engaged. This can be misinterpreted as a sign of cognitive decline or simply a lack of energy, both of which are associated with advanced age. Think about someone who looks you in the eye with a warm, focused gaze. They immediately appear more alert, more intelligent, and more energetic. Practicing making good, comfortable eye contact when you're speaking or listening can make a world of difference. It shows respect for the other person and projects an image of mental clarity and vitality that is truly ageless. Fifth on our list is something that's very visible and can be a strong indicator of age: dragging your feet or having a shuffling gait. The way we walk says a lot about our physical condition and our energy levels. A brisk, purposeful stride with a good heel-to-toe motion conveys vitality and strength. Conversely, a walk that involves dragging the feet, taking very small, shuffling steps, or an unsteady gait can be an immediate visual cue of physical decline and advanced age. This type of walk often stems from a combination of factors that can become more common as we age, such as weakened leg muscles, poor balance, joint stiffness, or even fear of falling. However, regardless of the cause, it visually projects an image of frailty and makes a person look older than they might otherwise appear. Imagine seeing someone walking with energy, their feet lifting clearly off the ground, versus someone who shuffles along. The difference in perceived age and vitality is stark. Working on strengthening leg muscles, improving balance through specific exercises like Tai Chi or simple balance drills, and consciously practicing a more deliberate and lifted gait can make a significant difference. It's not about speed, but about the quality and confidence of your movement. Our sixth body language blunder is a slouchy or lazy sitting posture. Just as poor standing posture can make us look older, so too can the way we sit. Frequently slumping in a chair with rounded shoulders, a caved-in chest, or a C curve in your spine not only looks unenergetic, but can also contribute to that old appearance. Think of someone who seems to just collapse into a chair, their body appearing limp and devoid of tone. This kind of posture conveys a lack of energy and can make you look significantly less alert and engaged. It can also contribute to back pain and poor digestion. On the other hand, sitting tall, with your back supported, or using your core muscles to support yourself if the chair allows, shoulders relaxed but not rounded, and feet flat on the floor, projects an image of confidence, alertness, and vitality. It shows that you are present and engaged, not succumbing to fatigue. Even when relaxing, aiming for a supported, aligned posture rather than a complete slump can make a difference in how youthful and energetic you appear. It's about maintaining a sense of poise and presence, even when seated. Seventh, we have stiff or awkward hand gestures when speaking. Our hands are incredibly expressive tools, and natural, fluid gestures can add emphasis, warmth, and dynamism to our communication, making us appear more engaging and lively. However, if your hand gestures are very limited, stiff, repetitive, or seem disconnected from what you're saying, it can unintentionally make you look older or more reserved and less animated. For example, keeping your hands rigidly by your sides or clasped tightly in your lap throughout a conversation can convey a certain stiffness or lack of comfort. Similarly, using very small, contained gestures or overly repetitive ones, like constantly wringing hands or fiddling with an object, can detract from a vibrant, expressive demeanor. Natural gestures that flow with your words help to convey energy and passion. They show engagement and make your communication more dynamic. If you find your hands feel a bit stuck when you talk, try consciously relaxing them and allowing them to move more naturally as you express yourself. You don't need to be overly dramatic, but allowing for some fluid, appropriate gesturing can add a surprising amount of youthfulness and liveliness to your overall presentation. It counters that image of rigidity that can sometimes be associated with aging. And our eighth and final body language mistake is unsteadiness or frequent shifting of weight when standing. When you're standing and talking to someone, or even just waiting, if you find yourself constantly swaying, shifting your weight from one foot to the other, or frequently needing to adjust your stance to maintain balance, it can unfortunately create an impression of physical instability and frailty, which are often associated with older age. While occasional adjustments are normal, a persistent unsteadiness or a wobbly appearance can make you look less grounded and less confident. It might suggest a lack of core strength or poor balance, which can be perceived as signs of aging. Standing with your feet about shoulder width apart, weight evenly distributed, and a sense of being firmly rooted to the ground conveys strength, stability, and confidence. If you do experience genuine balance issues, it's important to address those with appropriate exercises, and perhaps consult a doctor or physical therapist. But even for those with good balance, being mindful of standing in a steady, composed manner, rather than constantly fidgeting or swaying, can help project an image of grounded vitality and self-assurance, making you appear more youthful and capable. Now that we've identified these 8 common body language habits that can inadvertently make us look older, the most empowering part is knowing that we can actively work to correct them. It's not about overnight transformations, but about gentle, consistent effort. Here are some effective strategies. First, let's talk about resculpting your posture to reclaim a taller, more confident stance. This is fundamental. One of the simplest yet most effective exercises is the wall stand. Stand with your back against a wall, heels a few inches away, and try to get your seat, shoulder blades, and the back of your head to gently touch the wall. Hold for a minute or two, focusing on lengthening your spine. Do this daily. Gentle yoga or Pilates classes, even those designed specifically for seniors, can be wonderful for improving posture, core strength, and flexibility. Simple stretches, like shoulder rolls, backwards and downwards, and chest openers, gently pulling your arms behind you to open the chest, can help counteract slouching. Consciously remind yourself throughout the day to sit and stand tall, as if a string is gently pulling you up from the crown of your head. Second, mindset adjustment is key. Remember, confidence is the best anti-aging product there is. Often our body language is a reflection of how we feel inside. If you cultivate a positive, confident mindset, your body language will naturally start to reflect that. Try some positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your strengths, your experiences, your value. Before entering a social situation, take a deep breath, stand tall, and tell yourself, I am confident, I am capable, I am engaging. Visualization can also help. Imagine yourself moving with grace, energy, and confidence. When you feel good about yourself, it shows in your posture, your gaze, and your movements. Third, make a commitment to conscious practice. Changing ingrained habits takes time and deliberate effort. You need to actively practice these new, more youthful body language patterns until they become second nature. Use everyday situations as your practice ground. When you're talking to someone, be mindful of your eye contact and your gestures. When you're walking, focus on lifting your feet and moving with purpose. When you're sitting, check in on your posture. You might even ask a trusted friend or family member to gently point out if they see you slipping into old habits. Record yourself speaking or walking, if you're brave enough. It can be a very insightful, though sometimes humbling, way to see yourself as others do, and identify areas for improvement. The more you consciously practice, the sooner these positive changes will become your new, natural way of moving and presenting yourself. It's about building new muscle memory for posture and movement. As we draw our conversation to a close, let's embrace the empowering truth. While we cannot turn back the clock on our chronological age, we absolutely have the power to influence how old we look and feel through our body language. We've explored 8 common habits, from slouching and crossing arms to wandering eyes and dragging feet, that can unintentionally add years to our appearance and diminish our vibrant presence. But more importantly, we've seen that these are not fixed traits. They are habits that can be changed with awareness, intention, and gentle practice. By consciously working on our posture, cultivating a confident mindset, and practicing more open, energetic, and engaged body language, we can truly shed those visual cues that might be betraying our inner youthfulness. It's about standing tall, not just physically but in spirit. It's about connecting with others through a steady gaze and warm, natural gestures. It's about moving through the world with a sense of purpose and vitality. I encourage you, my dear friends, especially those of us who have celebrated 70 or more wonderful years, to take these insights to heart. Start today. Pick 1 or 2 things from our discussion to focus on. Maybe it's simply remembering to sit a little taller, or to uncross your arms more often in conversation. Small, consistent changes can lead to remarkable transformations over time. This isn't about striving for an unrealistic ideal of youth, but about presenting the very best, most vibrant and most authentic version of yourself to the world. At any age, let your body language be a joyful expression of the wisdom, experience, and enduring spirit that defines you. Thank you for joining me in this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Here's to embracing a more youthful, confident you, starting from the outside in and radiating from the inside out.